because that I, have an affinity for working with new artists, I worked with a lot of new Chicago designers, and I'm going to try to express to you some of the pitfalls that I've seen in this pricing issue over the years. Okay, so she also mentioned that I'm on the board, the review board. So what's one of the first questions that I always ask when we're looking?
You usually say, well, who is this for?
Huh? Who's the customer?
Who's the customer? Do you do something like this in the store currently? So she looks at what's our competition in the store. And what do you sell these items for?
Yep. So
usually,
look at how good she is. She nailed it. So those are the first things that I'm going to be looking at. And you want what mediums are all of you guys working with? What are you working with? Leather.
Leather.
Okay.
A lot of.
Oh, yes. Love those.
When I sent some of my belts in, you guys said I needed to have my belt buckles, and I was like kind of put off by that, but I got to thinking about it, and you want us to become as best as possible, and I really liked the idea of making my own buckles and going into that, because I want to do it myself, and then that goes into the cost, but definitely it wasn't original, nothing.
Right.
I like that.
Good.
You guys helped me realize that.
Good. I'm glad to hear that. That's great. What are you working on? Yarn? Like what kind of product? Scarves. Okay. Okay. And there's a lot of that out there right now, isn't there? So it's really important that you do this competitive analysis, and so that you can really have something that offers something unique and different in order to make your product go. And what are you working in?
Glass.
Glass, vases and such, or art pieces,
The
or
stuff here is all jewelry. I do a few functional wear things, but not that large and not a lot. But I do some, but they're not here in this store.
okay. That's a very unique medium. So, you already have a niche there that puts you with the ability to charge a little bit differently. Okay. What are you working on?
Well, I teach advertising design here, and so on the side, I could do paintings or drawings or plans, and also jewelry design.
Okay. Some metal design. Okay.
So it's like supplying metals and some precious stones.
Okay. There's, the jewelry market is
It's
crazy.
a lot out there.
There's a lot out there, and you really have to do a lot of research. I mean, I was the jewelry buyer at Fields. I bought everything that was better. I wasn't in fine jewelry, but I bought Patricia Locke, I bought Jewel Jack, I bought Swarovski, I bought all of the better stuff. A lot of up-and-coming designers in Chicago, but it was all about, it's finding the right price, having it in the right place for the right customer, and at the right time. It sounds so cliche, but it's really true. So,
Thoughts around jewelry design, since there's so many selling at fairs and we need to put costs.
it's tough because there's so much of that crank out from China.
It's not just crank out. Some top designers, they have their own team of people in China.
Yeah.
Once they establish some designs that they find work here to lower the labor costs, they are having it actually made in China.
Produced there.
Yeah.
Absolutely. But there's a niche for the handmade, more
Some
thoughtful.
of them are still exquisite.
Yeah.
People buy it. They're unique, and someone's worked out the design. They've tested it out. It works. People like it. But just to get the cost down.
Get the cost down. It's not easy. It's not easy. What are you working on?
I'm a hobby knitter and I do things for friends.
Okay.
And clearly I'm getting price gouged. But what I'm trying to move into is repurpose cigar boxes using paper mixed media or like a memory box.
Or things that are recycled or organic. Like, are you the kind of customer who puts value on sort of societal and environmental issues? Would you pay more for those things?
Yes and no.
Yes and no, okay?
Depends on how much more and what they've done with it. Just because it's recycled doesn't mean I want it.
Doesn't mean
or
it's good,
I
right?
like it.
Yeah, okay. How about organic food?
Yes and no.
Same thing? Okay, all right. How about the rest of you?
Food-wise, yes, but when it comes to like a recycled, like a washer or so like something I can tell that is recycled, I think like, oh, I can probably do that myself.
Okay, all right.
But I do understand, so I use recycled glass for certain things, and the amount of time it takes me to get that ready, it would be cheaper for me to just go buy glass. And people don't understand in the end price the amount of time that goes into sometimes when you're actually recycling.
Right, right. I bought jewelry from a guy named Kenny Wong probably 20, 25 years ago. And he used to go around New York at night and pick up broken bottles on the streets of New York, broken glass. And then, you know, he would tumble it and turn it into jewelry. But he also was a metalsmith, so they were always set in really interesting, very bold, very cool, edgy, you know, very urban. And his stuff was not inexpensive.
Yeah.
You know, but what sold it was the story behind it.
Mm-hmm.
The story behind it. So on a lot of things that are using recycled materials and that are environmentally conscious, there's a story there. And I think a lot of us, if it looks good, I mean, if it looks like crap, you know, that's a different discussion. But if it looks good, there's a story there. And what happens when you wear that cool thing and somebody says, that's a really cool necklace, then what do? You begin to tell the story, don't you? Okay? So those stories become really important, and they become part of your brand. And that's, you all have a story to tell about your brand and about your product, about your art.